Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Alice was a curious girl who loved to dream. One sunny afternoon, while sitting by the river, she noticed a white rabbit wearing a coat and carrying a pocket watch. Oh dear, I shall be late," the rabbit cried as he hurried past. Alice, full of curiosity, followed him and watched as he disappeared into a rabbit hole. Without thinking, she crawled in after him and suddenly found herself falling down into a strange new world. When she landed, Alice discovered a hallway with many doors. On a table, she saw a bottle labelled "Drink Me." She sipped it and began shrinking until she was small enough to fit through a tiny door. Beyond it lay a magical garden. Alice's adventure in Wonderland had begun. She met many unusual characters. There was the Cheshire Cat, who could appear and disappear at will, leaving only his wide grin behind. He gave Alice puzzling advice and told her that everyone in Wonderland was mad. Then came the Mad Hatter and the March Hare, who invited her to a never-ending tea party. The table was full of teapots, cups, and riddles that made no sense. Alice found it both amusing and frustrating. In another part of Wonderland, she met the Queen of Hearts, a fierce ruler who shouted, "Off with their heads!" at anyone who displeased her. The Queen loved playing croquet, but instead of balls and mallets, she used live hedgehogs and flamingos. Alice also encountered the sleepy dormouse, the grumpy caterpillar who told her to eat from a mushroom to change size, and a pack of playing cards that marched like soldiers. Throughout her journey, Alice grew and shrank many times, sometimes towering over everyone, other times small as a mouse. Each change taught her something about who she was and how to face challenges. Finally, Alice was put on trial by the Queen of Hearts. The charges made no sense, and the Queen shouted louder and louder for punishments. As the courtroom turned into chaos, Alice suddenly grew tall again. She looked down at the Queen and said firmly, "You are nothing but a pack of cards." At that moment, the cards rose into the air and flew at her. Alice woke up to find herself back by the riverbank, her head resting on her sister's lap. It had all been a dream. But Alice smiled, for the dream had been wonderful. She knew she would carry the strange, magical world of Wonderland in her heart forever.